Just another manic Monday. I wish it were Sunday because that's my fun day. It's not always fun day on Sunday. But anyways, it's Monday, ladies and gentlemen. I woke up early today. In case you haven't heard yet, I am doing a lot more work for the good old captain of ours, RG3. So part of that is watching, making sure he doesn't fuck up. No, I'm just kidding. I just try to watch the streams, set them up, do all that kind of jazz. And this morning we had a stream with Tangent, who is on the other side of the world. So it was, I believe it was 10 p.m. 6 a.m. Oh, gosh, like, what is this noise? So I am I derped. I totally had a derpy derp moment because I'm setting up the stream, got all logged into StreamYard, got everything taken care of, right? Like um did my thumbnail, got it tweeted out, and then X'd out, got it posted. What do we say now? Elon, come on. Tweeted was cute. I liked it. Anyways, so got all that done, and then I go to jump on the stream and get into the green room, and my satellite, my Starlink's like disconnected. I unplug it, I plug it back in, right? Do all the basics. Oh, hold on, sorry, 1 second. Save energy over here. I got the light. I had to turn off. And I'm looking and I'm just like, man, I look up on the top of the bus and I'm like, it looks fine. There's no obstructions. Like, this should be working totally fine. I don't understand what's going on. And then I remembered that because of my schedule for the next few weeks, and also because of, so basically, I originally was supposed to be in north of Austin. I was going to be staying with a Hexagon out there. And lo and behold, the internet that was around his area worked in the bus. So I was like, oh, cool. Well, this is great. I'm going to be here for a while. So I'll just cancel my Starlink for a month, right? Like, take a month off, like, not have to pay that bill. And so I guess this was probably like 2 weeks ago. I set it up. I canceled because my billing cycle starts over tonight. So I must have canceled it right around this time 2 weeks ago, because it says I remember it now. It's saying your Starlink will be good until October 16th. So I'm running off of my hotspot for my phone right now. So I'm going to keep this sweet and short. We're just going to talk for a little bit. But I wanted to come on either way because today was nuts. It was really cool to be watching RG3 and Tangent live on stream. Tangent had the BTC chart up, and we watched live. We watched that green wick happen live while that news broke. The news broke. What a crazy world we live in, right? I used to be a journalist. That's something that I really loved doing. That's part of why I decided to do the work that I did on SciVive in terms of editing it and doing copy editing and content editing. And I'm beside myself sometimes with the kind of bullshit that gets pulled and the things that get reported and the way that fake news happens. It just drives me wild. I really loved, I mean, as pissed as I get about my Starlink, I did really love the way that Elon did what he did at the border and how he kind of encouraged, I mean, all of us can be journalists, right? In a way, a lot of us are these days, right? Like, we're out here just capturing things on our phones all the time and posting it to social media. So we have become the media. And I think that it would be really cool for more people to take that seriously, right? Like, that's actually something I feel like I always wanted to do as someone who was into journalism and reporting. And I was more I loved photography. So I wanted to marry the two and be a photojournalist. And I never ended up doing that. That never came to fruition. I mean, I did in high school and college, but I never went on to pursue that. But you know what? What an interesting world where now anyone with a phone, right, that's got a camera, which is every phone nowadays, anyone with a cell phone can be a photojournalist in a way. So all that to say, I think that it's exciting living in this time. It's also scary, right? Because people can fabricate news, and look at the amount of money that was moved because of that, up and then down, right? If in case you didn't know, let me find this tweet. I found a really cool someone tweeted about it. I'm probably not even gonna be able to find it. Let me see here. Let me see here. Um let's see if I can find this. Oh, it was actually who was it that posted it? Was it Coinbase? No, who not Coinbase, that's not right. Cointelegraph. So it was the tweet from Cointelegraph explaining what happened. Right? Am I right? Is it Cointelegraph? Yes, here we go. Here we go. Here's the tweet. I'm going to bring this up and we'll read it together. Actually, I'm just going to bring up the timeline. They have this on their website. They have a little news story about the timeline of events that happened. So I'll say what's up to the chat in a minute too. I just saw one that made me giggle. All right, let's see. So I'm going to go to share the screen, present, share screen. This one. Here we go. Share. Okay, so clarification on sharing false spot Bitcoin ETF news is what we're reading here. Now, here's the timeline. And again, as someone who was a journalist, source is everything. You got to know that you trust and can verify your sources, right? So there's this, this is, someone shares this info, right? Breaking, blah, blah, blah. And then someone else asks, is that from Terminal? And I guess Terminal is like this is where a verified source is kept kind of thing. It hasn't come out. No. And then this right here. No, it hasn't come out yet. Not on Bloomberg website yet. Could be from the Terminal ? Maybe scam. Let me see. Like all this bullshit right here, that tells you not to post it, bruh. Like, what are you doing? Like that should have not happened. All of this right here. So here's where the news comes out. Yeah, my colleague jumped too fast. Yeah. And then, all these people are coming out. I believe this is fake news. This would be a shame if everybody just started copying and pasting without us proving it. Yeah, duh. Like, I just can't. I'm just so beside myself on this right now. Like, this is fun because I don't normally talk about this kind of stuff, and I know everybody else covered this today. I'm just touching on it because journalism in general is close to my heart. So hearing all this stuff about fake news these days, and how media is propagated, and like what's real and what's not out there, it just blows my mind. I think it's fake news. Yes, it is, as a matter of fact. Right? Gosh, it makes me wonder. Oh, deleted account. Like, who was that? How did that even happen? I just can't, you guys. Like, how strange. Anyways, let's say what's up to the chat. 11 people tuning in right off the bat. Good to see you all. Hey, you know what? I think I'm going to do this every time. I'm going to pick another number in my brain, and I'm going to read a page out of SciVive. So if you are watching right now, I want you to put a number between 1 and 479 in the chat. And I'm going to say what's up to the chat right after I pull up SciVive so I can read a page. Because I'm just going to do that every time. I do want to get more into... hold on. SciVive. His other book, Fix the Money, Fix the World. Because there's a lot of really great quotes from that I think are relevant to what he's going through more right now, right? Is this it? I have several versions of SciVive because one is the one that I did, and then there's another one that I have that's the edited version that Max paid another editor. RH Max paid a different editor to take my edited version and further edit it. But I think this is it. So 1 out of 479. All right, here we go. Robert Keeler, we're in first. Beat everyone to it, as a matter of fact. Good evening, crypto kids, he says. I said be right there because I'm having technical difficulties. Whoopsie. Godfather J6, what's up? Good to see you, friend. Robert Keeler says, I Captain. Yeah, for real. Yeah, it's fun. I enjoy doing work for people that are doing the work, right? Like if someone's going to champion this community and I can assist in some way, shape, or form, I'm about it. Lazy Hexagon says, hey, Lazy Hexagon. Fully Corson, fully FC. Good to see you. Hey, everyone, ladies and gentlemen, this gentleman right here, Fully Corson, who's doing some really super awesome, mega badass stuff in the Web3 world. As a matter of fact, I'm going to link and that's kind of what started happening too, is I was trying to log into the Hex Museum, which Fully Croissant has created, which is amazing, and I was unable to. So that link, hopefully I did that right. That link will take you to the Hex Museum, where you should be able to watch Fully Croissant and RG3 on Chatting with the Captain in about an hour and 20 minutes. So tune in on YouTube or Twitter or Twitch or in the metaverse. You can go in the metaverse. In fact, I brought it up because this morning when I was watching RG and Tangent have their stream, at the very beginning, Tangent was like, yeah, this is streaming live in the metaverse right now too. So you could see like Tangent went in with his little avatar and then you could see them having their conversation on this big ass screen in the metaverse. It's the coolest stuff. Like, and I really liked, and I agreed with the sentiment when RG said, you know, when I heard about the internet and I heard about chat rooms, this is what I envisioned. I did too. I definitely, and like, of course I grew up with the internet, right? Like I was probably the last generation to not have had the internet readily available at birth, right? Like it didn't start being a thing until I was older. So you know, when I started getting into chat rooms and doing that kind of thing, I remember there was something called like Bebo Cafe or something weird like that, and that to me was really like the basic version of what we're seeing today, where you had a little avatar and you were walking around, right? Like not as detailed or interesting as Second Life or anything like that, but it was just these little like more like 8-bit looking characters, and you could go into different chat rooms and have chat conversations. My poor parents, if they knew the shit I got into when I was young and on the internet, man, like it's a creepy place. Like looking back at that, I'm just like, man, I was I was experiencing things on the internet, ladies and gentlemen. Anywho, so definitely be sure to tune in tonight on the Discourse Syndicate channel, RG3, Fully Croissant. They're going to be talking all things metaverse, probably going to bring up stuff about the Tang Gang and all sorts of wonderful things. I'm excited that it's interesting to me, right? That there is the NFT Web3 space and there is crypto. And there is not a lot of crossover. There really isn't. So it's neat to me that people like FC here are doing that, right? Like, in fact, Fully Croissant, you, I can't remember who brought you up. It might have been Orca, but you know, I couldn't agree more with his sentiment that you are probably one of the only people doing both. Like you're a hexagon and you're just like so involved and so great at doing what you do in the Web3 space. Like it blows my mind seeing. If you guys haven't checked it out, please click on that link. I mean, the Hex Museum is unbelievable. It's this amazing space, and I haven't gone in there in a hot minute, so I'm sure it's even cooler now. I'm sure it's even, you know, it's grown and there's so much space and there's so much going on. But I mean, you can just there's a picture of me in there. It's very nice. There's, I think, it's just badass. I mean, it's so cool to see that coming to fruition now, and like this idea that I had of the internet really becoming a space where people are starting to move to and go through and be a part of. So really, really excited, really looking forward to that. All right, Matt, Coin smellograph. That was the comment that made me giggle earlier. For real, coin smellograph. What are they even doing? I don't like it. Robert Keeler. Oh yeah, they were just confirming that that's what it was. Danny Boy says, hello, Hex fam. Hello, Danny Boy. Robert Keeler says, if BlackRock can wreck everyone, what does that say for the crypto world? That's concerning to me that these monster super whales can play these games. I mean, but they can though. If you think about it, I get that. I get that it's concerning, but it's just visible. It's just more visible now. And it's visible to us because we're watching. So it's visible on multiple levels, right? Because let's say I was just a whale in what the fuck ever, right? Let's just say I had tons of money to burn and I went into a casino and I just gambled it all, I don't know if that's a great, maybe stocks are a better way to put that, but I think that there have been people that have had this kind of money for a long time and we are just able to see it and are paying attention to it more now because of the blockchain. So, but I agree with your sentiment. It is concerning. Oh yes, pages. All right. So my number that I picked out of my head out of the people that we're gonna post is 2. So Robert Keeler's number 1 with 83. And we got old Drippy here. We got old Drippy with number 286. That is the page I'm gonna read. Old Drippy, you win a smile. Look at that, a prolonged smile just for you. Jason Ariano's in the chat, 321. Not going to read your page, friend, but good to see you. Always nice to see you, Jason. It's it really warms my heart when I see you in my chat because, you're one of the only people that I know from my previous life that actually, follows me on YouTube and all that jazz. So I love it. PulseChain Kitchen's up in the house. At work, cooking up. What are you cooking, PulseChain Kitchen? Tell me. Let us know. I'm so intrigued. I think at some point I'm gonna need a meal. I love that. That's so wonderful. So PulseChain Kitchen. It's kind of hard to see your name sometimes. Blah, blah, blah. Is an actual chef, and he is currently cooking something up while he is working. Cooking something up while he's listening. Anyways, Benny Blanco in the chat. Oh, hey, I'm a mod. Thanks. Good to see you. I am High Degree. Says good evening to SJ. Good evening. I am High Degree. Spoofy up in the house. Spoofy says, I just woke up. Ugh, work time. I'll be back for the rewatch. Thanks for the watching. Thanks for the rewatching. I appreciate that a lot. Hope the bugs didn't get in when you opened the window. Luckily they didn't. Thank you for caring. I didn't keep them open too long because it actually did, I put the windows down, bus cooled down really easily. So and in fact, it got cold. I think I woke up and it was 45 degrees. So I did not have to keep them open very long for that to happen. Stay frosty. That's my plan. In fact, I should probably do that again because I guess it's maybe it's the excitement of doing what I'm doing, or it might even be the light, which sounds crazy to me, but that could be it. But I'm warm. So that's what's going on. Hearts from Furley Coisoned. Robert says, I got a small lag. Hopefully, I'm not going to stream very long. I think I'm going to read this segment of SciVive, and then we're going to talk for a few minutes, and then I'm going to go. Old Drippy says, yeah, love it. Good. I'm glad you do. All right. So, Old Drippy, what was your number again? 286. Let's go. Let's go to page 286. Woo! Oof. Oh, excuse me. Goodness, I did not expect that to come out my mouth. All right, almost there. All right, 286. Interesting. All right, so I'm going to read. There's 3 little sections on page 286, and it starts with visual presentation. So heading is visual presentation. Turn everything you generate that's a graph or text into an infographic. This can be found for low prices and with fast turnaround time on Fiverr. Perhaps there's an open source and free way to do it as well, but for $5, why would you bother looking for it? I wonder with the improvements in AI and ChatGPT, I wonder how Richard would see that and utilize that and maybe change his opinion on some of these things, right? Because I bet you could just put it into AI and tell AI to make you an infographic, right? So interesting to think about that. All right, second paragraph. or section on page 286, all conversations usually have the same form. The sooner you can identify which arguments are which, hold on. Hold on. I need some water. I feel like I'm not really using my very nice reading voice. Okay. I'm not. I'm really just using my talking voice, which is funny because it's funny that I have a reading voice. Okay. The sooner you can identify which arguments are which, the sooner you can throw the useless ones away or educate the proponents that they spend time supporting X and would serve themselves and the world better supporting Y instead. Not all of the conversational vectors have the same benefits or payoffs. Changing how people feel about something doesn't help them address the underlying cause. For example, if you say to a group of people, "Someone stole my wallet," the replies you receive could include, "You should have had a chain on it. You shouldn't have carried it. You should have known about that neighborhood." These are all not helpful. But then one actually useful person says, "Oh, yeah, I saw that happen. I know that guy. He got arrested right after that. You should go check at the police station. They'll probably have it." All the other commenters were pretty much useless compared to that last guy. And then he says this is on the next page, general argument form. So I think what this is basically Richard is saying that these are all, or no. It's just a list. So it just says general argument form and then there's this list of, I guess, the way things go. So this is the last little section I'll read. General argument form. Something bad happened. Exception finder. You should have known. You shouldn't be upset. You deserved it. You could have done XYZ. This happens all the time. Why didn't you do XYZ? This is why we must do Q thing. This is starting to look like our site. Did you even read the article? Watch your tone. Puns. Remember XYZ. Topic related to username post. Paywall. Discussion about ethics of paywall. Plight of publishers. Misquote original article. This isn't the right place for this post. So that's it. It's funny now going back and reading some of this stuff in SciVive, like, wondering what I can or should have done in terms of like how can that have better flow to it? And it makes me wonder if the editor that we paid to do this did anything to that. I mean, I haven't personally gone through the entirety of SciVive after we got it back from the editor, and I probably should. If I've got some time between everything I'm doing, that's definitely going to be on my plate. So thank you for tuning in to that part of the hanging out with SJ segment. Appreciate your participation in my little game here. So anyways, that's kind of it. I mean, I just wanted to say hi, say how crazy it was about all that misinformation on that news, what fake news. There we go. That's what I was looking for. But let's go back to the chat real quick. Let's go back to the chat. Jason Ariano, sweet friend of mine, y'all. Jason and I go back to like forever ago. Jason Ariano knows me as the girl who had short. In fact, they called me Spike. My hair was so short that, in fact, I mean, it was shorter than when I first came into this community. Even like I shaved the sides of my head back in the like a year ago ish, and now it's all growing out. But like when Jason knew me, my hair was all short and spiky, like punk rock short and spiky, and we would go. I think he's probably. Yeah, yeah. So we would go see all of these bands at the Showcase Theater in Corona. And it's like hardcore. It was Christian music. Don't be mad, Jason. I don't listen to that anymore. But yeah, so these bands like the ones I can remember, Zayo. Shoot, man. You got Jason, you got to put a couple of the names in the chat cuz I'm Save Saker. I mean, they weren't as hardcore. But Torn in Two. Oh my goodness. So many bands that were just like It's just, like, y'all know what hardcore music, like, just rah, 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 rah. I'd be in the front, I'd be in the pit, I'd be singing along. There's this picture of me where my hair is all short and spiky, and like I've got the mic being shoved in my face, and I loved it. I loved it so much. It cracks me up. Oh, but yeah, so Jason Ariano says, thanks. Yes, I think of you every day when I drive to work and see the Denny's in Corona, where we used to go after shows at the Showcase Theater post hardcore meal. Yes. I always got the same thing too. I would always get hash browns covered in smothered. That was like my post hardcore show meal. I loved it. Anyways, good to see you. Robert Keeler says, adrenaline does wonderful things. 100%. Oh, good, chef. I like that better. I know, like when I see it's nice that you have your same avatar. So I will call you chef. PulseChain Kitchen says, I'm sorry, chef says, you can call me chef. It's chef.pulse. We'll personally make a dish of your choice today. Oh, sir. Oh, I love this. I love it. Oh my God. He says, I'm working with lamb chops, bone in, butterflied, with a red wine marsala sauce, prosciutto wrapped asparagus with balsamic glaze, cauliflower puree. Oh, I just died of delicious. Oh my God, that sounds great. ASMR. I like it. Robert Keeler says at chef, that's slamming. Very cool. And then chef says, soon working with duck, and I never have. So excited for that. I did not try duck until later in my life, and I love it. Duck, and for whatever reason, for most of my life, I didn't eat white turkey. I'm sorry, dark turkey meat. Like I always just got the white turkey meat at Thanksgiving, and I don't know why. Because the year I finally tried the dark meat, oh, I've gone to the dark side, ladies and gentlemen. Why would you? I'm never going back. Why would you ever eat anything other than dark meat? It's so juicy and delicious. And there's some ASMR for you. Oh my God. So good. That's super cool. I mean, I love all that. Duck, lamb, venison. I love venison. I'm a big fan of deer meat, buffalo meat, elk meat, all that jazz. So someday. Sandy Beach says, hello, SJ and everyone. Glad to catch you live. Thank you, Sandy Beach. Always supportive. Love what you're doing also with all of your fitness, exercise, all your posting. If you don't already, you all need to follow Sandy Beach on the X because she's super inspirational. Love it. Love it. And this is great. Robert Keeler asks, at chef, have you ever thought about live streaming while you're cooking? Have you? That's a great idea. I think that's a great idea. Jason Ariano says, yeah, Zaya. We saw a lot of bands there. It was fun. It was fun. PulseChain or chef says Slipknot, Whitechapel, Marilyn Manson, Toolcorn. See, so those are all the bands that I was into. And then Jesus happened. So I literally, my poor mom. My mom was so sweet to me. She knew. She was like, you're going through a phase. And I threw away all of my CDs, except I kept like some Nine Inch Nails and Nirvana and like maybe something else. But like I threw away, like I had Marilyn Manson, Korn, KMFDM, Pennywise, like all this punk and hardcore secular music that I got rid of. Oh God, I wish I'd kept it. Anyways, Jason says, I'll DM you. It's almost my bedtime. Yeah, job sucks. I leave my house at 3 a.m. Damn, son. Oof, working man. Well, thank you for coming by. I appreciate it. Everyone's saying hello. Chef says food porn noise. Ugh, I really want to try elk. Oh man, it's delicious. Yeah, it's super good. It is super good. Sandy Beach, anytime. Look at that. Here, can I do this? I can't. Let me try and copy your I'm gonna copy your handle because I think when you post it, it won't allow you to link. Correct me if I'm wrong though. If it allowed you to link, that's cool. But if not, then I'm gonna do it too. I'm gonna do it too anyways. Here we go. Ding 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 ding. Oh, it is. Oh, wait. I'm looking at it right now. You can click on it. So that's good. Okay, cool. I wonder if I need to, maybe it's because you're a mod that you're able to do it. Can somebody that's not a mod put a link in my chat? Because I want to see if if it's clickable. If mods are able to do clickable links and non-mods cannot, then I'm good with that because I don't want anyone to. Yeah, oh, hey, good point. Good point. Hey, first good point here. Smash the like. Oh, firstly, since I'm trying to do this podcast thing and speak everything, Sandy Beach is on Twitter at Sandy Beach _369. That's SANDYBEACH _369. Follow Sandy Beach on Twitter, please, or X as they call it now. Smash the like, make a comment, tell me how ridiculous all of this is or how much you love it. Either way, it helps the algorithm. I would appreciate that a lot. And then Excellent Choices Corn, they are hexagons. Isn't that freaking cool? What a weird, random, here's my full circle life, right? Here's me as a young, angsty teenager loving the shit out of corn. And now here's me as an older, angsty adult loving the shit out of corn because they're hexagons. I love it so much. Non-mods cannot. Okay, cool. Only mods. Badass. Great. Great, great, great. Super cool. All right, everyone. Well, I told you I'd keep it short tonight. I'm still warm. I guess I'm just so hot. That's just what happens. But I'm gonna just hang out, drink some water, relax. We've got an hour until chatting with the captain. It's gonna be a really good one. I'm really excited about this because, like I said, Web3 is a whole new world, and PulseChain was what I think PulseChain is the tool that is allowing or is going to allow. And I'm sorry, RG, I totally stole this from him. PulseChain is what is going to allow Web3 to become what it should have been or what it should be. And that's super exciting. And how cool is that PulseChain is the layer one that is going to allow so much in our world, in our online world to happen because it's great. Because it's amazing, right? I'm really, again, I can't stress enough how excited I am for the future. I love that we're all here in this together. I love the fact that we're so early. Sometimes I hate the fact that we're so early. I mean, I'm only joking about that, but it's frustrating, right? It can be so frustrating when you're trying to tell people about what's going on, when you're trying to say, hey, there's this thing happening and you really should be a part of it. And this is really life changing. The money that people have made through crypto, the new jobs, the new things that we're going to be able to do. I want to bring up again, there's this woman, oh gosh, I wonder if I can find it, that I met in Atlanta, and she is doing some amazing things through healthcare. Let me see if it's gonna come up. You know what I'm really frustrated about recently is the freaking search tool on X. I cannot for the life of me even find people that I follow and they follow me back. Like if I start typing in their name, like it has to be like exactly right, or it just, there should be a little more leniency in that. Am I right? Like, are you guys seeing that too? Like, I'll have to type almost someone's entirety of their handle in order for them to pop up in my search function. I'm just like, this is not a good search at all. Oh man, so I apologize. I'm not going to be able to find it, but I know she and I follow each other. And the point I'm getting to is that there's so much innovation that's happening these days. And it's really great that we are a part of something that's not just innovative and earth-shattering and life-changing, but the team that we're on is Team Win, right? Richard Hart Win. There's an absolute reason for all of this, and I could not be in better company. I really I was talking about this on my last stream. I love learning, and I love being around people who are words are helping me to do that, right? And are constantly challenging me to be smarter about my own crypto things, right? Like Crypto Sloth, shout out to him, man. He's always like, hey, if you need help with something, like, and so many people in our community are that way, right? Like sometimes I get like stuck, right? Because I don't practice my crypto as much as I should, right? I don't really mess around with my ICOSA and Hedron stakes, or Like, I don't move things from one wallet to another. I don't do any degenning. I don't buy anything other than Hex, Pulse, and Pulse. I mean, I haven't bought Pulse X yet, but I have some, right? Because I sacrificed. So, like, the only purchases I made, I do things so infrequently that if there's some new protocol or there's some new thing, or I need to like do an airdrop, I get a little nervous about it because I forget how things work, right? So I'm grateful to everyone in our community that is constantly out there being an open book, right? And like having an open door and saying, hey, if you need help with this, I'm here to walk you through it. Like shout out to guys like Papa B, who, upon hearing me say that I was, I didn't have my hardware wallet set up yet. He helped me. He like held my hand and walked me through doing that. So it was really fantastic to, it was frustrating, not frustrating. Like I was rightfully called out for not having the hardware wallet. See, PulseChain Kitchen or Chef saying, do you have a hardware wallet? Yes, I do. Because Papa B was like, SJ, you need to get your shit together. So I did. So anyways, that's basically a shout out to this community. I love you guys. I'm so grateful to be here. I'm going to cut it off now. I'm a little tired. I'm a little warm. I can't finish sentences. Let me see. Let me finish a couple of chats here. Robert Keeler says patience is a virtue. Those who see the change will come. For sure. And I'm excited about that, right? Like I feel very grateful that my parents are all Hexicans. Like they all got it. Like they all trusted me and at least understand it enough to still have faith in it. None of my family has been upset with me. They understand how cycles go. So that's been really, really cool. And I'm hopeful that as we go through, it's a bummer if you can't get your friends and friends. You can't get your friends, family in right now. I mean, what are they going to do? They're going to buy it when it's $1. And they're going to be like, you should have told me. You should have done told me. Oh, you guys, I think the heat's getting to me. I am out of here. Like, if you build it, they will come from the field of dreams, says Robert Keeler. And Sandy Beach has a happy little face. All right, y'all. Have a wonderful rest of your Monday. Don't forget, less than an hour till chatting with the captain with Fully Croyston. It's going to be a good one. So check that out on the Discourse Syndicate stream. And I'll catch you on the next one.